Hi guys, so it's been a while since I've done the last video blog, and I have been trying to come up with topics to talk about. And this topic, a couple of my friends have been wanting me to do a video blog about, so I'm finally doing it. This one is going to be about Spina Bifida and some of the questions that a few of my friends have asked me. I gathered all of their questions and I wrote them down, and I'm going to read each of the questions and then tell you my answer for each of them. And if anybody else has any questions at the end of this video that they would like me to answer, either in a written blog or a video blog or just to them directly, just let me know and I will do that for you. So the first question is from my friend Heather. She also has Spina Bifida, and she asked, what are the biggest challenges you run into daily because of Spina Bifida, and how do you get around these challenges? Well, the biggest challenge that I have right now is not being able to drive. I do believe that I would be able to drive someday, but I currently don't have the money to get the car, and I don't have enough money to pay for insurance on the car when I get the car, and I don't have enough money to install the hand controls that I would need. When people with disabilities want to drive, they have the option of getting a regular car altered with hand controls. So basically, instead of using the feet pedals, they would be pushing a button with their hands. I have never actually tried to drive a regular car. I pretty much know that I wouldn't be able to drive a stick shift because I have very bad hand-eye coordination. And that's a common thing with people with Spina Bifida. They often don't have very good hand-eye coordination. And just driving stick shift just probably would not be a good idea. I have never really had an opportunity to drive an automatic car, so I don't really know if I could drive an automatic or if I would need the hand controls. I'm just guessing that I would need them. But either way, getting a car is not possible for me right now because I don't have the funds for it. The other big challenge is that I am not currently working, and I get SSI as my income, which I'm very grateful for, because without that I wouldn't have any income at all, and then I'd be in a lot more trouble. The amount that I get, though, is not enough to live on, which is why I'm currently living back home with my family. I did have an apartment before this. I've had a couple of them, actually. But I'm back home again because I can't afford even half of my share of rent, along with the other bills that I have, too. So, and I was working last year as a caregiver. I worked for a year, and I didn't know it at the time because I was misinformed by someone at the Social Security office. But I guess when you work and you get Social Security, you have to report it, and you have to send in your pay stubs every month. Well, I was told that I wouldn't have to, so I never did. And then towards the end of my job, I found out that I did in fact have to report it. So then I found out that I owed money, and they started cutting my check in order for me to be able to pay back the money that I owe them for working for a year. Because when you have Social Security, you're only allowed to make so much before they start cutting your check. And I didn't make that much, but I guess it was still enough for them to cut my check. So they started cutting my check, and I got laid off right around the same time. So I moved back home, and I've been living at home ever since. And I can't currently work even if I had an opportunity to, because I I owe so much money to Social Security that, sorry, I owe so much money that if I got a job, I would owe the old money on top of any new money that is coming in. And that would just really put me in a financial bind. So, I'm just not currently working, at least until it's paid off, or, whatever I decide to do later on. So, those are the biggest challenges, but I do okay. Not being able to drive is kind of a pain. I have to rely on other people to drive me, or I have to take the bus, which requires more money that I don't really have on hand. And not having more income for myself means I can't go out as much as I want. I can't get the things that I need as much as I want. But by considering, I do okay. I pay all my bills on time. I'm responsible with my money. I only buy things when I know that I'm going to be able to pay it off. And I manage. So that's what I do. I do the best that I can. Okay, so the next question is, the Spina Bifida hurts all the time? And my friend Lindsay asked that. I can't speak for everybody, because everybody's limitations and everybody's bodies are different when you have Spina Bifida. There's really no two people with the exact same condition and the exact same pains and the exact same abilities. As for me, it doesn't hurt all the time. I do have knee pain quite frequently. I have permanent knee damage in my right knee, and that's been going on since I was about 16. So I do have problems with my knee a lot, and it does ache a lot, especially like if I go for walks or if I'm really active during the day. My knee will hurt a lot more during the day, and my lower back will hurt too. My lower back hurts a lot with a lot of activity and a lot of standing and just all that kind of stuff. But normally my body is okay. Like, I'm not in constant pain, not usually. Lately it's been pretty okay. I have my days where my knee hurts all day long. I have my days where it doesn't hurt at all, or sometimes I just take a step and it pops or something, and then it doesn't hurt anymore. It comes and goes. It's not always the same. But for the most part, it's normal. I have a pretty big high tolerance for pain, so when something hurts, I don't really notice it unless it's really, really bad, like really hurting. And I'll usually do something to prevent it. Like I'll take a leave, or I'll sit down, or I'll go to bed early, or just whatever. Now that I have my wheelchair that I got about a year ago, that prevents a lot of the pain that I usually get when I go to the store and stuff. My wheelchair saves me from a lot of back pain and a lot of knee pain, and I can actually just get on with my day and go shopping and get all the things that I need to get, and visit with my friends or whoever I'm with, and not have to focus on being in pain. So my wheelchair actually does help me quite a lot, and I'm really glad that I have it now.